Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we are from Group 2. We want to present about wheel balancing workshop. So our group have four people, which is Haji Ahmad bin Akil Ahmad, Muhammad Aiman Zafran bin Ahmad Zaidi, Abdullah Fahim bin Abdul Latif, which is me, and then Daniel Haziq bin Faizal. So for the objective of this wheel balancing workshop, first we want to familiarize with the tools used in balancing the wheels, and second we want to practice the correct procedure for balancing the wheels. So for the apparatus used in this workshop, first we use socket wrenches with 21 millimeter size and sliding T handle socket wrenches. And next, we use floor jack to raise the car, and then jack stand.
Next presenter.
Next presenter.
So I will continue for next apparatus, which is wheel balancing machine, and we got wheel balancing weights. Next, wheel balancing pliers, and for safety issues, safety is the number one priority. So ensure no one is under the car when operating the car jack. Second, always use glove when working in the workshop. Third, always wear safety boots in the workshop. Fourth, when operating the wheels balancing machine, always wait for the wheel to stop spinning before lifting the cover. And lastly, for safety issues, is use the proper tools for the job. So for lab procedure, first prepare 21mm socket wrench. Two, untighten all wheel lug nuts. Next, lift up vehicle using proper vehicle jack. Place the jack at proper jacking points, usually under the gas rocker panels, just behind the front wheels and just ahead of the rear wheels. Next, once the car is suitably lift, put the jack stands for right and left sides of the car. Next, turn jack handle to revert jack to original position. Do this with high safety precaution. Next, disassemble the wheel by removing all lug nuts using 21mm wrench. Next, mount the tire or wheel assembly on the wheel balancer shaft. Next, measure offset dimension using built-in ruler. Next, fit in value of offset dimension, wheel width, and rim diameter. Next, lower down the hood and spin the wheel. Lift the hood once the tire halts.
Okay, for the 12th lab procedure, with the weight correction value for import and outboard wheels that need to be balanced. Make sure full bar is shown on the display before attaching the counter mass. 14. Attach the proper mass, which is 45 according to the instruction, on the top 12 o'clock position of the inner wheel. 15. Repeat the same mass attachment procedure for outer wheels. 16. Lower down the hood and spin the wheel. Lift the hood once the tire halts. 17. Repeat step 12 to 16 until the display panel shows good, meaning that the wheel is completely balanced. 18. Remove all the attached mass from the wheel. 19. And unmount the wheel from wheel balancer mount shaft. 20. Assembly the wheel and tighten the lug nut in the course pattern. Normal torque between 110 Nm and 120 Nm. Please refer torque value in the RAM certificate. 21. Finally, use the jet to hold the car while removing the jet stand. For discussion, we have 4 discussion. First, explain tire standard code. Second discussion, explain the code of wheel marking. Third question, discuss the importance of wheel balancing procedure. Question 4, what is proper interval time mileage of wheel balancing in car maintenance schedule? For the first discussion, explain tire standard code. First, 195 tire wide millimeter. Second, 55% of the tire sidewall height from total tire wide. Third, radial. 16 diameter of the tire inner part. 5, 87 load limit index in kilogram. And 6, V, maximum speed index, kilometer per hour. Second discussion question, explain the code of wheel marking. When undergoing the wheel balancing process, the machine displays 3 values that need to be input. Next discussion, I will pass to the Hazi Ahmad.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Hazi Ahmad and I will be continuing the discussion for question 2. So the question was explain the code of wheel marking. So when undergoing the wheel balancing process, the machine displays 3 values that needs to be input. Those values are displayed on the display screen of the wheel balancing machine. So let's begin with the first value, which is on the far left. We have the value of 6.5. The value of 6.5 can be obtained from measuring the length of the machine to the outside of the rim of the tire. So as you can see in the pictures down below, there is measuring equipment or measuring apparatus being used to measure the distance between the rim and the machine, and that value or that distance is given as 6.5. Next we have the value of 6.0. The value of 6.0 can be obtained from reading the measurements given in units of JJ on the underside of the rim. So you can see on the picture below as well, and there is also a red circle circling the value given, which is 15 by 6 JJ. So that value of 6 in the units of JJ will be input into the second display. And on the third slide, or on the third display, which is 15.0, the value of 15 is the diameter of the inner part of the tire. It can be obtained from reading the measurement given on the tire itself. So for any manufactured tire, manufactured tire by any, they will give a value, or they will give the diameter of the tire itself. It has already been explained in a previous slide. Let's go there for a while. As you can see here, it's 195 over 55R 1687V. So that 16 after the R is actually the diameter of the tire itself, and you can see there in the diagram as well, the 16 indicates the inner diameter of the tire. So in the case of this of the wheel that is used during the wheel balancing experiment done by us, the diameter of the tire was 15, the inner diameter of the tire. So that value will be input into the display, and from there the wheel balancing process can start. Alright, so the next question is question number 3. Discuss the importance of wheel balancing procedures. Personally, for me, as a student myself, I think the procedures are important for reference. For students, they are important for references. It's because for students, well, personally for me and my group members, it's our first time ever doing the wheel balancing experiment. And even on the practice run, we had a very hard time actually trying to figure out how the wheel balancing machine works. Hence why the procedure was there for reference. But other than that, procedures are also there, or procedures are available for people to refer to, and it's also a reminder for safety precautions. It's important to remind the people doing the wheel balancing or using the wheel balancing machine that the machine will be dangerous if not followed, if the safety guidelines are not followed. Why is that a wheel balancing machine, or why do tires need to be wheel balanced? A wheel balance redistributes weight around the tires, improving tire life. It enhances vehicle performance, extends the life of crucial components like wheel bearings, and boosts vehicle safety. So basically what that says is wheel balancing, it's a form of safety for the car and the driver itself and the passengers as well. You don't want to be driving a car where there is a possibility or a higher chance of the tires actually malfunctioning, or due to the tires not being balanced, it could just cause serious damage to the vehicle and the person itself. Hence why wheel balancing is done on tires regularly. And alright, furthermore, the next question is what is the proper interval time or mileage of wheel balancing in car maintenance schedule? So, a reasonable rule of thumb is to get the wheel alignment and balance checked once a year or every 20,000 to 24,000 miles. It is also critical to have the alignment checked and the wheels adjusted whenever new wheels are put. So every once a year, at least send the wheels of the car to a workshop to get them wheel balance, to check if they are still balanced. For rotation, it's also important to do rotation on your car tires. And most importantly, if there is a new set of tires being bought and being installed, it is important to also make those tires go through a wheel balancing procedure or wheel balancing process. That's just to make sure that the tires bought are actually good and the tires bought are actually safe to drive and use. Lastly, that is all from us. That is all from me and my group. Thank you.